Alright, hi guys. So what I wanted to do briefly was just kind of walk through the exam. It should be opening, I'm recording this at 9:20. It'll probably be open by the time you see the video. There was one more lecture I wanted to get through this in this unit. We're not going to get through all the IDs. It also doesn't help that thanks to my lovely wife, I'm coming down with the plague that's going around Stillwater. Might not be her fault, but I'm going to blame her because she's not here to hit me with a frying pan. So, what I probably won't actually post that lecture vid. We'll just run a little behind. We can make it up later. So, what I'm going to do is we're not going to get all the way through the ID list. So, that's actually less you've got to study. So, this is the Monopoly Bank error in your favor. So, if you come down, click our course, okay, and you'll note if I click quizzes, you'll see exam 1 ID portion. Remember, you will have to have the Respondus lockdown browser to take it. It should open at 10 a.m. So and for you guys that have had class with me before, it's actually, I set it to open, we're not going to be late. It's amazing. This is the first time ever that I'm not going to be late. This is a moment to celebrate. Drink champagne if you're old enough. So you click this, it will then spit out a list of 10 ID terms, and then remember you define 5. It's set for 25 minutes unless you have a student disability services exemption, and then I've given you more time. And then what you'll do is, you'll just remember define who, who's involved, what is the item, give me details, when does the item take place, what's going on, and then what is the broader historical significance to both the Cold War history as well as, American history and European history. Remember, this is a 4,000 level class, so a single sentence answer is not going to do. You must be descriptive. Okay, you must prove to me that you read the PowerPoints, you listened to the lectures, and you read the books, and you've watched the documentaries. You must prove to me you know what's going on. Dropbox. Actually, I have not opened a Dropbox yet, so I'll actually do that on screen. You'll see kind of the cool little faculty thing we do. So let's see, exam 1 ID portion. This is going to be for the ID part. Let's save this. And then oh yeah, that's right, they changed it with this new thing. Restrictions. We're going to make this, and I'll make it due. You can obviously submit after the due date. I don't recommend it though, because unless you have a really good reason, I will start taking off 5 points per day. So if you need an extension, that's perfectly fine, and I'm all about extensions. I just care that you do the work, but understand if I don't know what's going on, I will deduct points. And I am going to enable originality check. So what this is going to do is when you upload it, it will run this against all papers submitted to OSU, as well as to a university that OSU partners with, as well as the internet. So what that means is I'm going to know if you just copied and pasted from somewhere. So please, please, please don't do it. It ain't worth it. So if you click content now, you're going to see a new tab just below week 5 videos, and it's exam 1 essay prompt. I've included a video from my World War II class this past spring, just how to do footnotes. Most of you should already know.
Hi guys.
Again, it's a 4,000 level class. Hey, a little bit of Inception thing going on here. And, what this should do is, just help you remember how to do footnotes. You should be using these in your book reviews. Most of you already were, but this is just there, as well as to kind of give an idea how to cite for the writing assignment. Because what you're going to need to do for the writing assignment is, rather than just rote memorization, what I want you to do is build a miniature essay, okay? And what I want you to do is answer 2 of these 4 prompts that I've posted, showing how you can amalgamate what you know, the lectures, the PowerPoints, the documentaries, the books, all that into showing that you can answer these questions. So what are these questions I want you to do? And again, I post 4. I want you to do the 2 that, pardon me, you feel the most comfortable knowing or that might interest you the most. Again, I've set these so, because we didn't get as far, you pretty much need to get just to about the late 1950s. So again, Turabian style, 12-point font, 1-inch margins, pretty standard stuff. I've included the link on how to do footnotes. I'm looking for about 2 to 3 pages per question, so a total of about 4 to 6. That is not 4 to 6 pages per question. If you want to do that, knock yourself out, but that's not what I'm looking at. And Essay Sunday, okay, that's actually wrong. I'll change that. Actually, right now, that should be Friday, not Sunday. That's my bad. That was from one where I ran late. Now I remember what that was. Oopsie. Sorry about that. So the questions. Okay, number 1. How does the Second World War help to start the Cold War? Why do former allies turn to enemies? How do new weapons and technological development play a part in the conflict? Discuss the political, economic, social, military aspect of the formation of the Cold War. And why, is this peace, air quote peace, laser, why does this bring fear across the world? So how does the Cold War start? The next one, discuss the role of Germany during the early stage of the Cold War. What are the Allied plans for reconstruction? Discuss the division of Germany. Why is Germany that flashpoint? Why is Berlin crucial? And then how is the rebuilding of East and West Germany going to shape the 40s and the 50s? Okay. I want you to discuss, for number 3, the Red Scare. So what are the main fears? What contributes to these fears, foreign and domestic? What role does the government and the media have? And so with that one, what I would like you to do, talk about America in the 50s. Talk about McCarthyism. Talk about duck and cover. And talk about how this fear of nuclear war, okay, is just creating paranoia in the United States. And then finally, I want you to look at the Soviet position in the Cold War. Okay, we've been American-focused. I am an American historian, but I'm trying to give due diligence to the Soviets. So discuss from the Soviet perspective. What from World War II has made them paranoid? What is Stalin doing? Okay, what do the Soviets want to do in Eastern Europe? So what's going on in Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Imre Nagy? What's he doing? Why does Hungary want to rebel? Things like that. And what I want you to look at, what is the point of the Warsaw Pact? How would they perceive containment? And then what's going to go on in East Germany, in Poland, and in Hungary? So again, I'm looking for at least 2 to 3 pages. It's a pretty good answer. I'll go ahead and fix this 11:59 Friday thing. But what I want you to do is, again, be as thorough and detailed as possible. Pull from the notes, pull from the books, pull from everything. And again, use the ID list, okay? Use the ID list as kind of a study guide if you're not sure what you should be looking at. Speaking of, let's go ahead, Unit 1 PowerPoints. Let's have a look at this ID list real quick. Since we did not get as far, we did not cover the Mutual Security Act. That's actually going to replace the Marshall Plan, but I wanted to focus more on the Marshall Plan, so don't worry about that one. So it would look like then the only ones we're not going to get to are New Frontier, Bay of Pigs invasion, and the Sino-Soviet split. And we'll talk about that next unit, which will focus on what I would call the escalation of the Cold War. Okay, and if you're like, well, aren't we escalating now? No, stay tuned. The 1960s get even worse. So again, there's 4 ID terms you don't need to worry about. Don't worry about Mutual Security Act. Don't worry about the U-2 incident. Don't worry about New Frontier. Don't worry about the Bay of Pigs, because Kennedy didn't. And don't worry about the Sino-Soviet split. So hopefully that answers your questions. As always, I will be available through email. You're more than welcome to come down to my office. Whatever I can do to help, that is why I'm here. So as always, good luck. You've got this. If you have any questions, let me know. And I probably won't post any lectures during exam week, just because I would rather you be focused on this. So I will see you then with the next lecture, probably next week then. All right, good luck, guys. Bye-bye.